Mutiyaa vision, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the conclusion of the DEI version of the mic. So I think that God has an amazing sense of humor, you know, because he made me with a 16-inch dick. Can't read shit, guys. Believe me, I tried. I took yoga and everything. And I'm not trying to say that God makes mistakes, but if he would have given me a few less ribs, it would have been perfect. So people are curious, right? So they ask me what happened to my hand. And when they do, I tell them about the time when I was 3 years old and my mom took me to the zoo. And I was feeding the lion jelly beans and he ate my hand. That never happened, guys. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the best thing about having one hand is that it gives me so many believable stories I can tell. So I have this grandmother, and she lived to the ripe age of 96, guys. Give it up for my grandmother, Reggie. Yeah. And my grandmother always wanted me to experience the joy of having two hands. So she offered to leave me her left hand in a will. I swear to God, on my left hand, guys. She did. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't think it was a good idea because we're so different as human beings, people, you know? First, my grandmother's complexion is a lot darker than mine, right? So if they attached her chocolate arm to my caramel arm, it would have looked like I missed the marshmallow and just roasted my arm in the campfire, guys. It wouldn't have worked. My grandmother is also a lot shorter than I am. And so if they attached her little arm to my short arm, guess what? My arm would have still been too short. It wouldn't have worked. My grandmother was also a lot heavier than I am, right? So they literally would have had to sew her hand to my elbow so it would have the strength to hold on to me. It wouldn't have worked. And just before she transitioned, she lost a lot of weight, you know, so her arm got really wrinkly. So if they attached her wrinkled arm to my arm, it just would have looked like I was dragging around an uncircumcised penis. It wasn't gonna work. But my grandma did transition, and they read the will, and I went over to pick up my new arm. I opened up the ice chest. Guys, guess what? She left me another fucking right arm. I've heard about 2 left feet, but 2 right arms, that's ridiculous, right? So you know I had them attach it to me like the Indian goddess of Shiva that I identify as, right? And I don't know if you know this, but guys, I feel like I can speak on this. Do you know how difficult it is to orgasm when you're masturbating with your grandma's dead hand? Oh, I know. Don't get me wrong, I came. But it took forever, you know, she had arthritis, we had to keep taking breaks. My hand didn't know what her hand was doing. Okay. It was a mess. So I had to repurpose the arm. So I got it, you know, she had arthritis, I got it stuffed, and I turned it into a back scratcher, guys. Yeah, now my grandma's with me every day. And my grandma's got my back. They say that death is nature's way of telling you that your services are no longer needed. You know, well, my grandma's arm is like 115 years old, guys. And I thank her for her service every day. Yes, thank you, Grandma. You know who likes that joke? My grandma! Love you, Grandma. Guys, you know how some people like to be really helpful, right? But some people give you advice that makes absolutely no sense. Like this one. Remember to breathe. Like a woman who's is in labor, right? And someone tells her, remember to breathe, right? Maybe somebody should be reminding her that practicing abstinence would keep her from out of this bloodiness, you know, never happening again. How about that? I mean, unless you're Jesus' mom. Or all the women who followed in her footsteps who were like, God got me pregnant too. Or you want to kill your best friend for sleeping with your boyfriend, you know? somebody's there to tell you, remember to breathe. I'm like, why don't you remind her to put the gun down, Sarah? Yeah, put the gun down. Apparently angry breathing messes up your aim, you know. Shoot straighter when you hold your breath. Stop the bad advice. Or, you know, you're working at a job and a machine cuts off your hand and then somebody's there telling you to remember to breathe. Like, damn, you know, maybe you should be telling me, reminding me that it only takes one hand to screw in a light bulb, you know what I'm saying? You are winning, bitch, you know? Don't worry about that, don't worry about that. You know who I don't see people telling this to? I've never seen a person tell a dead person to remember to breathe. Like, wouldn't that be the opportune advice for someone who's not breathing? I really feel like more dead people would be alive today. People just cared a little bit enough to tell them to remember to breathe, you know? I mean, imagine all the dead people who are gonna wake up happy now, you know? Oh my, wait. Oh, thank you so much. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Okay, all right. You know what, I've experienced pain that took my breath away, but I've never experienced a breath that took my pain away. I mean, unless I'm breathing opium. Yeah, and I hope that if I breathe too much opium and I die, someone would be nice enough to shake me and say, remember to breathe. My name is Mutiyaa Vision very much. Thank you very much.